You know, guys, so I never know. Should I start with the slides closed? Should I start with them open on the beginning of my video? So I'm going to switch things up. But leave me a comment down below. Tell me if you guys want me to start with the slides open or the slides closed, like what we're going to be looking at today. What's going on, everyone? I'm Andrew with Camper Kingdom in Meridian, Mississippi, and today we're going to be viewing this 2021 Forest River Impression Model 315MB. 4 total slides, sleeping room for possibly 7 full-size adults. You could look at this as a 3 queen, but it's really just a mid-bunk floor plan. The manufacturer says that the loft bed mattress is that of a queen-size bed. But we're going to start on the front, going over the different weights, dimensions, and specs of the unit before we're heading inside. But right now I'm going to show you what it looks like with all the slides closed in case you stop at a rest station. So you do not have access to the kitchen, but you do have access to your own restroom. So let's get started. So here on the front of the unit, you're met with one fully molded fiberglass front cap, automotive grade windshield allowing for that much more natural light to come in. And this is a floor plan that I'm calling a north to south master bedroom. So north to south, not east to west. This is going to be a closet slide here. Gross vehicle weight rating 13,935 pounds with a hitch weight. Hitch weight on this unit of 1,935 pounds. So definitely check the load and tow capacity of your vehicle before purchasing this model here. Coach does have a 4-point fully automatic leveling system, and I always talk about being within direct line of sight of the Kingpin when operating that. The controls for those are going to be found inside of the water management / front storage compartment area. You will have 2 sets of controls, one of them found, like I said, out here, and the other one will be found inside of the unit. Here's a quick shot of those 4-point leveling legs, fully electric, but you do have a little plunger to pull out before hitting the auto level button. And the front storage compartment, which does house the spare tire and the battery housing there. So here on the entry side of the unit, you're met with one fully electric 18-foot awning, white in color. And just about every awning on the market nowadays has some sort of LED lights underneath it, and they are white in color. Hope you guys can get a good idea of what they look like. No tint on any of the windows throughout the unit, but there is blackout shades with a high white back, reflecting that sunlight nicely off of those. Plenty of storage space throughout the unit. And here's a quick shot of the pass-through storage underneath, which does house the controls for the solar that is pre-installed from the factory on the unit. Just enough to send over a trickle charge to the main house battery, which does run refrigerators with the tank heaters, a few other accessories throughout the unit. Camp kitchen on the outside, suburban griddle. This does pull out, hooks directly to the propane on the unit. A little bitty miniature fridge there as well. Step above entry steps, these do have the nicer adjustable legs in the bottom. So just by simply pressing a button, those legs will go down, creating just one really just solid surface. Friction hinge on the entry door. That way you're not worried about your door slamming up against the side of the coach on a high wind day. The tires on the unit are Goodyear Endurance ST 235/80 R16, which are going to be resting on 2 twin Dexter 6,000-pound axles. The underbelly of the unit will have the new Road Armor drop-in panels, 4x8 sheets. So if you've ever had to work on one of these units in the past, you will appreciate the newer system that they've installed on them nowadays. Fully laminated slides all the way throughout the unit, and I will get that opened up to show you what that looks like here momentarily. Here on the back of the unit, you're met with one fully walkable roof with a 3A stacking, and you can get to that fully walkable roof by means of this rear mounted ladder with a 250-pound load capacity. On the back of the unit, you also have a 2-inch receiver, but I always tell all my viewers, this is not made for pulling an additional trailer. This is simply for a bike rack or a luggage rack. Here's another shot of that sticker showing you only a 300-pound capacity on this rear mounted rack there, 2-inch receiver. Impression has added the additional PVC pipe to store the possibly 3 total sewer lines you're going to be needing for this coach here. 2 total connections on the unit. See if I can get them both in the same shot. One on the rear, one on the front. This one's just going to be for the gray. You're going to have one gray handle here because the kitchen on this unit is right back here on the back. There is the hood vent for the stove, just identify that there. Another quick shot of the axles and the wheels and tires. Another sun wasn't the best on the other side. Goodyear Endurance ST235 80R16s, resting on two twin Dexter 6,000 pound axles. Yes, that is correct. If you don't know, you can do your math and determine for yourself that that is the right setup for this unit. And there is another shot of the front sewer connections. Gray and black handles provided there. So a total of 3 different sewer lines needed. One from this one to the T, from the back to the T, and then from the T to this campground sewer connections. Let me go ahead and also point out the length of the power cord. So the power connections are all the way up here. Coach is going to come with about a 30-foot power cord. So if your camper has the power connections in the back, you're definitely going to be needing all 30 feet of that. 6-gallon gas and electric hot water heater. And here is a shot of the water management system. So now I've got it opened all the way up to show you guys what it's going to look like sitting in your campground, fully set up, ready to camp. And while we're here, I want to go ahead and talk about the 4 different slides on the unit. All 4 of them are electric on a electric gear driven motor, but all 5 sides of the slide are vacuum bonded. So if that doesn't speak some of the good quality for just a mid-profile unit. So here inside the unit, 4 total slides, and 2 of the 4 slides located back here in the rear of the coach. Bunkhouse is the floor plan with possibly 3 queen beds, but you're still going to be gaining 1 massive living room for a mid-grade, mid-profile unit. 6 foot on the slide height on the slide boxes here. Once again, these are fully laminated slides. Sleeper sofa, and check out how they added the nice little ottoman. You can slide that over in front of the couch. Maybe when you're watching television, you just kick your feet up nicely. Freestanding table with chairs. They have added the added leaflet. Maybe you can extend the range of your table there. More of a mid-living, I wouldn't call it a rear living or a rear kitchen, but you notice how you've got a decent amount of prep space in the back, maybe for a coffee prepping station. Press membrane countertops all the way throughout the unit. What this is still Formica, but there is a hard plastic material on top which they've wrapped around, preventing it from getting any water penetration, causing the water to swell the countertops. Blackout shades all the way throughout the coach, and they've added a little bit of a glass accent to some of the cabinets inside the unit here. The unit's going to come with 2 air conditioning units, one 15K and one 13.5, and this is a sound test for you guys. I know GoPro does not produce the best of sound quality, but I hope you guys can tell it's not too terribly loud, but it's not a whisper quiet unit. 30-inch all electric fireplace, but if you don't camp in the winter, you can definitely turn off the heat of the unit, just producing enough light for all the guests to move about the coach. 50-inch flat screen TV, Furrion sound bar, and also while we're talking about some of the heating system in the unit, coach does have 12-volt tank heaters, keeping all the underbelly nicely protected throughout the winter. Press membrane countertops again carried over to the next to the oven. 3-eye burner on the top with a matching pull-out drawer on the bottom for all of your pots and pans. All electric Furrion fridge. This does work off the solar on the unit. So going down the road, or maybe you're dry camping or docking, you know, for a boondocking, excuse me, the refrigerator will work, so no worries there. Check out the pantry located on the back of the unit. They're giving you a chalkboard paint all the way from the ground all the way up. Maybe you can make a big list for all the different stuff you have to do throughout the day with a motion detector light, which just came on there. Really cool. Island in the middle, one big stainless steel drop-in sink with a residential faucet, stainless steel sink with a pots and pans drying station provided there. 3 pull-out drawers. These are ball bearing, so you do get full extension there with those. Coming around to the mid-bunk area, just to give you guys a shot of what it's going to look like going up the hallway here. But heading up into the hallway, first we're going to take a look at the mid-bunk, the loft bed area first. All the controls for the unit inside of the door for all of your slide operations, leveling operations, even your tank heaters, and the tank monitoring stations are there. This is the second leveling system for the fully automatic 4-point leveling system. But in order to get to the bunk bed, the loft bed area, here in the hallway, you get there by means of this ladder. And the manufacturer says this is a 60 by 80 queen size bed. Measurements from ground to floor, you're around 24 inches of space. Pull out blackout shades, and you do have 110 and 12-volt outlets there with a little cubby on each side. And there is a quick view of the vent for the loft area. Coming back down to the loft area, you're going to have a Versa Queen. That's what the manufacturer's calling this. I will pull that out later, showing you what that looks like. Fold down bunk on the top. But one thing I think gets missed by a lot of manufacturers is a safety rail. Really should have a safety rail in place for some of your younger siblings. Leave a comment in the description. Tell me what you guys think about that. We need some kind of idea or something to put in place. Over here, you're going to have room for about a 28-inch, 23-inch TV. Closet space provided as well. Hanging rod up there, which is nice. Sometimes they don't put those in there. No hanging rod on this shelf here, but plenty of storage throughout. The heating and the cooling system on this unit here in the bunk area. One vent for the air conditioner. And down here on the floor, sorry about that, behind the vent there, that is the one vent for the heat, and that is a venting system for the heat pump on the unit. Heading into the bathroom, the coach, you're met with a 2-piece plastic shower. And again, I am 6'2", and I've got about 6'6" of ceiling height inside the unit. I will get inside the shower just a second to show you, but I want to point out the shower curtain on this coach here. More of a plastic material. It does lock in place like such, but I would recommend leaving this fully exposed after you're done showering. Just allow that to dry, but it does retract back inside the little housing there onto the wall. But once again, I'm 6'2", and I have a really good amount of shoulder room inside this coach. Plenty of room to turn around, and it's all because of the floor. There's not much of a step up. Just a little step up to get into the unit, but it's more of a flush mounted shower pan. Porcelain foot flush toilet. And here's a quick shot of how much room you're going to have. A really decent amount of leg room at the end. Press membrane countertop again. Plastic sink, plastic faucet with a really cool little medicine cabinet provided there. Heading inside the main bedroom area, you're met with a 60x80 queen size bed, storage underneath, and I'll flip that up in just a moment. Fully blackout shades in the front automotive grade windshield, allowing you to black out that natural sunlight. And I'll show you at the end. I'm gonna open up all the blinds, letting it out into its sleeping arrangement, showing you guys what it looks like all the way throughout. Blackout shades again, and here's a sound test for the second 13.5 air conditioner. As I bump into the door, take a look at this closet slide over here. I definitely did just kick the door. Being 6'2", sometimes doing some of these reviews, you end up banging into more things than you can count on one hand, I tell you. A closet slide, you have 3 different doors that open up there with some miscellaneous shelving on the bottom. Hanging rod also provided in there. So I'm 6'2", and just to give you guys an idea on ceiling height, so about where the trim piece is at is where you're going to be located at for around 6 feet or taller. But you have a decent amount of walk around room. Press membrane countertops continued over into the bedroom with 110 outlets and 12-volt chargers there. And in the hanging closet, you have cool little organizers. How about that? That's pretty cool. And while we're here, let me go ahead and open up the shade in the front, showing you all the natural light that comes in. And hydraulic assist underneath the bed. But while I'm down here, go ahead and get a shot of the carpet. There's the duct for the heat. And in the closet, either more shelving provided, or those shelves could come out for possibly a stackable washer and dryer. We do install those here at Camper Kingdom. Of course, those are additional, but we can take care of that. TV connections found on this wall here at the foot of the bed. Possibly room for about a 32-inch TV there. So now I've got the unit laid out in its full sleeping arrangement to show you guys really quick what does the coach look like laid out in its full sleeping arrangement for sleeping room for possibly 7, 8, maybe 9 people. Queen up front, 60x80 queen in the loft bed area. Walk around room when the sofa's let out to get into the kitchen area here as well. 60x80 queen in the mid bunk area with the twin size bed. So walk around room, you definitely do have it. So no worries about tripping over all the different guests inside the unit. Plenty of move about room. Tell me what you guys think in the comment. What do you think? 2 or 3 queens? Maybe even a 4th. Could you use that as a 4th queen? Tell me down below what you guys think. But before we go, just want to take one final second of your time to show you this awesome view that I've got. It's closing time. Everybody has gone home for the day. I've taken the time to show you this awesome camper that is already pre-sold, so I do apologize for that. But the video is more along the lines to show you guys what the make and model looks like. So if you're looking at purchasing it in the future, you have a full walk around video to go back and view just to see what does it look like, so you can compare it for you guys. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think down below. Come see me.